There are some things that people are doing that is so absurd, and people don't really know how to tell them to correct them so they wouldn't feel bad. If you're part of those that are doing the things I will be listing in this video, please try to stop them before you feel embarrassed anytime anybody is correcting you next time. So in this video, I'll be sharing with you things that you should not be caught doing. If you're doing them, please stop right now. After this video, stop. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, now is the right time for you to subscribe to the channel. Feel free to like, comment, even share. Thank you as you do so. Subscribe now. Now, subscribe. So without wasting our time, let us go into the business of today. Things you shouldn't be caught doing. The first on my list is imposing things on others. As we have different faces, it's the same way we have different opinion, different perspective to life. One man's food is another man's poison. What is 6 to you might be 9 to another person. This reminds me of some time ago I was helping my daughter with her home phone. So I showed her letter G and she said, "This is 6." I was livid. I wanted to talk to her. Holy Spirit cautioned me. He said, try to look at the book from the angle your daughter is checking it from. By the time I turned the book, the G actually looked like 6. So I apologized to her. There's something I do practice is to apologize to people when I'm wrong, not age notwithstanding. Even if you're younger than me, I will definitely apologize to you. So we all have different views to life. Don't impose your own idea on someone else. The fact that you like something doesn't mean the other party must like it. Don't force yours on them. There are many convincing ways you can hear your idea that will be appealing to them and might actually convince them. And perhaps it doesn't convince them. Don't force it. They are not fools. It shows that they have the mind of their own. The ability to respect other people's opinion is actually another level of maturity. The second point on my list is putting someone else down for you to elevate yourself or for you to exonerate yourself. The sky is large enough for us to fly without touching each other. Someone does not have to go down. Someone does not have to be sacked for you to be elevated. Another branch can be created for you. The other person can be promoted while you also receive your own promotion. So don't hate others just for you to gain favor. Don't cause other people to hate someone just for you to be liked by them. Remember, truth will always prevail. Don't talk down on others just for you to hear your opinion. There is this golden rule that says, do unto people the way you want them to do unto you. If you're wrongly accused with someone, instead of you putting down the other person that, no, I'm a good person, it's the other person that is bad. You don't need that. Just defend yourself and leave the other party alone. If the other person wants to defend themselves, fine. And if they don't, that's their cup of tea. But never put down someone just for you to elevate yourself or for you to exonerate yourself. It's a bad thing. Dignified people must not be caught doing that. The third point is passing derogatory comments because your request was turned down. This was actually, let me say before, we do find this kind of things among guys. Maybe they ask a lady out and the lady turned them down. Next thing is that, you're not even fine like that. I just want to manage you. What's even there? I don't like you. See your leg. See your this. Just because the lady turned them down. That was then, but now we don't find that also anywhere. We find it anywhere. But never be caught doing that. The fact that you ask someone for something and the person turned you down or the person didn't give you as expected, that does not mean you should start saying bad thing about the person. That does not mean you should start giving the person bad name. Stingy, greedy, wicked, bad, all those things. You don't need that. If the person does not do what you actually want the person to do, fine, let the person go. If the person does not do it, someone else will. Yes, some people will not even stop at passing derogatory comments. Some will even go as far as turning other people's hearts against the person. That is wickedness. The entitlement mentality is freaking annoying. If someone actually passed derogatory comments at you because you didn't meet the expectation, please don't stoop so low to let the person's word really weigh you down. Remember, your failure and depression is their success and happiness. So don't stoop so low. The fourth on my list is making promises you cannot fulfill. That is wickedness. Don't raise other people's hope when you know that you cannot fulfill it. Some people do it just to chase clouds, just for people to applaud them, just for them to show off. But please stop that. It's bad. If you know you cannot fulfill the promise, don't make it. Don't go to church and start making pledges that you know you cannot fulfill. God does not recognize that as a joke. We've had a lot of social media comments that some people will pledge that they will do this, do that. At the end of the day, they won't do anything for the person. They will even leave the person worse than how they met the person. Because the fact that the person didn't have hope on something is better than when their hope was dashed. That is bad. If you know you cannot do something, don't promise the person. If you know you cannot give anybody job, don't promise the person that you will give them job. If you know you cannot help anybody with connection, please don't promise them. Never be caught making promises you cannot fulfill. It is pure wickedness. The fifth one is unnecessary competition. This has cost some people their money, their relationship, even their lives. Stop unnecessary competition. Some people buy what their friends have, something that they can't even afford, something they don't need, just for them to show off to the friend. They went to borrow, they went to beg people just for them to meet up their friend's standard. Stop that negative competition. Are some people put their children in school they cannot conveniently afford just because they want to prove class to people. Class that is not even there. Some people are living in areas that they cannot afford the rent. They are working their ass off just for them to meet up the rent. Some are even borrowing money to pay the rent. You don't need that kind of competition because your friend is living in that area, because your boss is living in that area, or because you want to show people that yes, you are living in highbrow area. Please stop that unnecessary competition. It does not pay. Some have gone to the extent of even leaving their spouse because the spouse did not meet other people's standard, other people's spec. They are not proud of their spouse. Their spouse cannot afford their frivolous lifestyle. So they've left their spouse, they divorced the spouse just because they want to belong. Please stop that. It's not dignifying. Please stop. And the worst part is some even involved in cultism, ritualists. They become a ritualist just for them to meet up standard. They've lost their lives just because of unnecessary competition. Stop that. The sixth on my list is playing with people's emotion. Emotion is not a toy. Don't play with it. If you cannot marry someone, don't promise the person heaven and earth. Don't promise the person marriage. Let the person know that let's know where it will lead us. And if you really know you want to waste the person's time, fine, just let the person go. Some people will show you love, be there for you, and once they notice that the ladies are actually loving up, they will ghost the lady for as long as the lady cannot do without them. But immediately they sense that this person is getting them out of their hearts, they will lobby their way also, they will start behaving nice, like going through the vicious circle again. That is bad. Please don't play with people's emotion. If you're the type that do such, it shows you have low self-esteem. Don't rub off your low self-esteem on people by toying with their emotion. Don't do that. Stop walking in and out of people's life for fun. It is not fun. Emotion is not toy. Stop playing with it. Ask yourself this question. If something is being done to you, would you like it? Remember the golden rule. The last on my list is not reading the room. I know you have a good sense of humor, but please learn how to read the room. Don't crack joke when someone is mourning or the person has just been duped or dumped. Don't ask for money when someone just relocated or the person just started a new business. Don't ask for money. Don't discuss how sweet your mother is when the person just lost his or her mother. It's not because they will feel bad for you, but that can actually trigger the memory of their mother. This happened to me several years ago. A friend of mine, she lost her mother while we were in school. During that period, I didn't discuss my mother with her. I avoided picking my mother's call near her. I even explained to my mom the reason why sometimes I ignore her call. And she understood. It's not because my friend was angry that I still have a mother, but just for the memory was still fresh. 5 years ago, when I lost my mother, I really understood that. Anytime someone just mentioned their mother, it would trigger my memory. I would start crying. But now I'm getting used to that. But there are still some things that still make me shed tears when people are talking about mother, especially Mother's Day. So during that period, a very good friend of mine said something. He said, Olaide, I don't know how you're feeling, but I know it's a painful thing. That was the most genuine comment I ever had. Unlike some people that said, oh, I know how you're feeling, just take it off your mind and forget it. You don't have to tell people that. Learn to read the room. Learn to know what to say at the right time. Say the right thing at the right time. Don't don't rub off your husband's care in the presence of someone that her husband do maltreats. We have many examples of this reading the room. Even when you get to a place, don't just, hello everybody. Once you get to the place, try to check the environment before saying anything. Please learn to read the room in every situation. Say the right thing at the right time. With this that I've mentioned, you have to know what you should not be caught doing. If you're doing any of the things I've mentioned, please stop doing them because you're a dignified person. You are too dignified to be humiliated. You are too blessed to be stressed. Don't forget to drop comments. Let me know your view concerning this video. And until next video, remember to stay dignified.